It has been, I think, 7 or 8 years since I got married, and it has been 6 years since my baby was born. Her birthday is coming in June. So I thought in this video I would share with you how having a family has changed me. Okay. Marriage didn't change me so very much, although the changes were more on the responsibility side and more being with my wife, taking it. You could say it was a slight bit of a honeymoon phase. But then as we started to gel and, like a jigsaw puzzle fit into each other, we knew what we like, don't like. So my wife has changed, I had changed. But the major change came only after my daughter was born. And it's very stupid of me to, when I think about it, that I assumed I would never change. Seriously, I thought, I think I've even mentioned in some of my videos, I'm never going to change. I'm going to be the same Loy Machedo, even with a baby, even with a wife. I'll be, myself, macho, in my own world, strict and shout and uh, nothing. I became a softie actually. So I thought in this video I'll give you some of the areas which I've changed, and why I'm sharing this with you is so that you can also reflect. That is, if in case you're planning to get married or plan to have a child, how does it change you? But remember this much: that doesn't mean each and every person changes in this manner. There are some people who have not changed at all. Some have even gotten worse. And yeah, if you are, let's say, my age or elder than me, I think you'll enjoy a good laugh, okay, because of what I'm going to share. All right. So let's start off in no particular order. The first one I would say is, before I had a baby, I was very brash. You can check with my previous videos. I used to use the word fuck and, abuse. Like some of my videos, I literally used to have like 10 10 fucks in one sentence. In fact, I'm even uncomfortable even saying it now. It's so funny. Once upon a time, I used to look forward to say it. Now I'm like, I just don't feel like it. I'm being honest with you. It's not, oh, I have a wife and baby, I have to be good. Nothing like that. But when my daughter is around, when my wife and my daughter is around, it doesn't look nice using profanities. And especially my daughter. Imagine I want my daughter to grow up to be a person with values, manners, behave properly. And then if I were to use these words, she'll also copy it. We see some of these Instagram or TikTok videos where the baby says the word, fuck, and instead of fish, she says fuck, and we kind of laugh about it. But even though it's kind of cute, sometimes you begin to wonder if they adopt this language. I've seen so many videos of small boys and small girls in India. They're using, your mother's, genitals, your father's genitals, and some of them are talking about Prime Minister Narendra Modi, and they are abusing him that way. Irrespective, whatever your differences are or your political ideologies, that kind of language is very crass and very cheap, and it's not good. Okay, if you are with your boys and you just want to, like when you're in a school and college, hey, fuck, man, hey, you motherfucker, and this and that, and that's different. Okay. So when I'm with my daughter and when I'm with my wife, I try to lead by example. I try to be kind of like more calm, cool, calm, composed, well behaved. And the biggest one is what it'll teach you having a daughter is your you by default start to become more patient, more tolerant, more understanding towards your child. Initially I used to have a hot temper if anyone would come in my room or make noise or disturb my video. I remember once when my wife and daughter made noise and it was disturbing my video, I just got up and, you know, opened the door and I screamed, "What? I'm making a video." And I shouted, and my wife was holding the small little baby. And when I look back, I'm ashamed. Okay. Today, when my wife and baby sometimes make noise, I tell them, you know what? Like, if I'm really irritated, I'm like, didn't I tell you I'm making a video? Like, I just need to say it in this fashion, this same tone, and that's it. They'll stop. The only time I would lose my cool is if, let's say, my baby insists on being here. This happened once lately. And then, when I'm making the video, she is kind of waving and She thought it was not seen. It was seen on the video, and it was really disturbing me. I tried to keep a straight face. So I lost 35 minutes of a video because of her disturbance. So I was like, why you're making noise? And, go to your mommy. And okay, she cried, and I felt bad about it. Seriously, I felt very bad. And then I compensated her by taking her out, buying her burger, McDonald's. And so anyway, the first thing is you tend to be a more understanding, patient, tolerant father. I don't know if it is because I have a daughter, but that's what it is. Okay. And yes, I do watch my language. And I think over the period of time now, I've just lost the flair of using profanities. Okay. That's number one. Second one is, they say, it's not what you say that children follow, it's what you do that they copy. So I made it a point, like whenever I read a book, I show my daughter I'm reading a book. My wife also shows the daughter we're reading a book. She has also started the habit of reading a book. I've also tried to show her the power of discipline, which I do it through fasting. Like, not trying to brag, but today is the fourth day I've not eaten any food. Okay. I'm doing this fasting, even though today I had a very severe case of fever. My temperature was very high. My whole body was aching. I've been sick since I started fasting, almost, I think, 2 days. And today was the worst. Now it has healed. So I could have given up the fast. I could have, it's okay, forget it. Who needs a fast? But I've decided to stick to it, even though my wife was insisting, just stop. Now, I don't recommend this for you, especially if you're sick. I have been, programmed my body over the years to manage, because I was a food addict, seriously. So even my daughter, if I have to lead by example and tell my daughter, don't eat, like junk food too much. Okay, a little bit of a burger, French fries is fine. None of us drink Coca-Cola and these products. None of us drink aerated drinks. The only drink that she drinks is, I think, milk. In those, juice, this thing, packs, and sometimes a little bit of strawberry mixed in that. She might have a ice cream, which is chocolate, but that is something as a child you should permit, and chocolates, yes. But there are times where I tell my daughter, no, you'll not eat the chocolate or you'll not eat the ice cream. I just want to see what is the response. To my surprise and my wife's surprise, she doesn't make a tantrum. Yes, she does feel a little sad, but she's like, okay, Papa, I will not eat. So this is only because me, my wife, we have practiced and shown her. Like, if suppose there is food, I tell her, today I will eat less. And, then my wife communicates, see, Papa is not eating food. Papa is, also, maintaining a balance. So this gets into their mind. Number three is, obviously, my daughter would not even notice, nor my wife would know, but I was very much addict for girls. I loved not the sex part. The sex part was in my 20s and 30s when I was high on testosterone, and then I started taking steroids. So sex was very important. But then I enjoyed the making a female attracted to me, having these kinky chats and the initial romance. Okay. However, after I married my wife, I totally stopped with the females. Meeting anyone, there were some females, I've told you in my previous videos, who flew down here all the way. Young, attractive, adventurous, kinky females. I refused to meet them. I can go to, a paid massage, or, they take care, even the adult stuff. I can go for paid sex. But I don't know, I'm just not interested in that. I really... Because I don't want to destroy my family life for a 5-minute, pleasure. And anyway, now, like, my testosterone was low initially. Now it has come back up, but I'm not interested. Seriously, I don't think it is worth it. And I also remind myself STD and the drama that can follow if you get in with a wrong female. So, like I told you, my daughter is not going to know that I'm going out to meet a girl or anything. But if in case the scandal did come back home, it would destroy my family life. And given the fact that my baby girl is close to my wife as a best friend, it would hurt my daughter very much, which I don't want to. I don't want to hurt my wife. I don't want to hurt my baby. Okay. So I stopped girls completely. And now I don't even feel like chatting with females. Before, initially, I'm being truthful and honest. Initially, I think in the first year of marriage, I was still, enjoying a little bit of kinky chats with females. You always enjoy. Well, what are you doing? What are you wearing? And she would say, yeah, I don't want to get into that. It's too embarrassing. Sex chats, whatever. So I used to enjoy that. But now, I don't know. I just don't want. I really don't want. Okay. Next one is I don't meet anyone and I don't encourage anyone to come home and meet me. Now, this is not a requirement. This is not a bad thing, but I just don't want that. And my wife also doesn't encourage anyone to meet her at our residence, nor she goes out. If she has to go out, like today, she went out to the beach with my daughter, and my daughter's school friend and her mother came. So that was fine, a one off thing. When my daughter wanted to invite the friend home, I said no, strictly. Uh, Home is out of the, you know, uh, it's a no fly zone kind of thing. And I also told her, you're not going to go to any girl's house because once she goes, then we have to reciprocate the gesture. So I would rather take her out for a full day, like a Disneyland kind of a thing, rather than invite anyone home or go anywhere out. So, like I said, it's not a drawback, but our home is very sacred, very private. I don't want outsiders. In fact, I do get people from Dubai or friends, relatives who want to come home. You'll be surprised, but I tell them no. Um if in case I were to invite anyone, it would be, I can actually count how many people I would invite, and but that also, because they stay overseas, they might just come once, and that's about it. Number five is, though we do go out like once a while, like I told you today, she went to the beach. The whole day we are sitting at home. My daughter goes to school, comes back home, and that's what it is. My wife is whole day here. She might go just to the forest to pick up some wild herbs, or she might check for mushrooms. Um, I only go to the market. I now go to the gym. That's about it. We don't go anywhere else. And if we were to go, we go together as a family. In fact, my wife has even told me, why don't you go for a holiday, just for a change? Because she went on a holiday with the daughter. And I told her, if I go alone, I mean, why? Uh, might as well go with you and the baby. Even though I can go alone, I can enjoy myself. Honestly, I'm not trying to impress you or anything. I don't know. Some of you might say it's stupid, but I really don't want to. The only time I've gone like this alone is only when a high net worth client, very, very rich, offered a very good sum of money. He wanted me to be with him for a couple of days. And I spoke to my wife, and she was perfectly all right. And I updated my wife every single day with videos where I was, what I was doing. So, anyway, she knows me now too well. Okay. Number six is, before marriage, I was never saving anything. I was just living each day as it came. And I would spend 100% of what I got. In fact, in my 20s, if I'd earn 100, I would spend 200. I would take loans or whatever. Um, I have totally stopped that. And I have started lots in terms of savings. In fact, I look forward to save money. Even my wife looks forward to save money. So savings is another habit that I incorporated. Number seven, which is the most important one, as I grew older, one second, is the value of time. I never valued time. Like, for example, someone would call me for lunch. I would be more than happy to zoom out, go in my car, go for a long drive in the traffic, park the car in the shopping mall, go meet the person, have the lunch, drive all the way back. In other words, waste total of 6 hours, 7 hours just for that one meeting, or maybe 4, 5 hours, whatever. And then it takes time to get warmed up into work. Today, I evaluate my time like I charge $237 per hour. So I ask myself, is it worth it? So if I can save my time, whether it's someone will buy deliveries or we can order from outside. But there are some foods like burgers and pizzas, if you order, it becomes soggy. So apart from that, I prefer deliveries because I think to myself, instead of doing, driving all the way, being in traffic, can I save this time? That is why I've taken a house which is not in a very popular location, but it's close to the market. So it just takes us like less than 2-3 minutes to go to the market. All right. So time is very valuable, and you'll only appreciate this once you cross, I think, your 40s. And yes, I'm very particular of people respecting my time. I don't engage in unwanted, talking and wasting time. Yes, once in a while I might have a road down the nostalgia, kind of talk with someone who I know for ages. Um, the only other time is when clients pay me money. So that is where I make money. Otherwise, my time is very important. Next point, number, I think, 8 or 9. Before, I used to look for fame, trying to have many followers, many friends, trying to be popular. Today, I just don't care about it at all. In fact, one of the biggest stupid things that I did was as to literally add people left, right, and center, sending friend requests, adding people I don't know, girls, guys. Even I even fell for the stupidity of subscribing, paying money on Fiverr to get fake followers. I paid around 100. I paid up to for 100,000 followers on Facebook and 100,000 on Instagram. Guess what? The AI algorithm of Facebook and Instagram cleaned it up completely. So ended up with back to square one, which I'm very glad, because I just realized I'm wasting time, and that is why later on, starting last year or 2 years ago, I told you that I would delete everyone from my Facebook and LinkedIn and all social media accounts, and I perfectly did that. Only Instagram is the one where I allow people to follow, but Facebook and all other things, why? Why do you want to be my friend and follow me? If you're close to me, you'll call me. That's about it. Okay. Um, Number 9 is I constantly focus on um, improving myself, becoming better, whether it's reading, learning, health, exercise. And I pass on these kind of messages to my daughter, so my daughter sees. In fact, one of the videos that I put shorts, my daughter is showing her abs. Actually, what she did was took a marker pen and drew like as if she had abs. But she saw that because I was constantly, you know, uh, exercising in the gym and telling her, see, Papa is strong. So I showed her some videos. So she also started to do a little bit of exercise. So the improvement process from reading books or whatever, trying to be better, which my daughter also focuses on. And my wife also has started, but not too much. You can't blame her because she has enough and more work to do in the house. The last thing I expect is for her to do anything more. It's not a cup of tea, but that's fine. But otherwise, she's great as a mother who takes a school and talks to her. So that helps her improve. Um, number 10 is number 10 or 11 is this one, you could say, is maybe a drawback, but I've become a pure workaholic. Before, I used to always look to work less and enjoy more. Seriously, I used to even bunk. Uh, skip days from work and fake my sickness and sign in and then go out and enjoy with girls and guys, watching movies, going to restaurants. Now it is only work. You could say maybe because now wife and kid, but I love working. Like this what I'm doing. In fact, I don't consider it work. I consider it um, earning for the family, doing what I love and like today I'm sick, I have fever. Plus, I'm on a prolonged fast, 4 days no food. But still, I wanted to make this video. I could have chosen not to. I'm not trying to say that, hey, see, look, I'm so great. I'm just telling you how I am today. So, and I've seen this. Many people once they have a family, they take on their responsibilities of working. And in my case, I love to be a workaholic. I want to work. And lucky for me, my work office is at home. So I can spend time just going out the door and I meet my wife and kid. Next one is health is paramount. Very, very important because of the number of brushes with death due to my health. The hemorrhoids, losing blood, COVID, which was very serious in my case, my declining immunity. I was 125 kilo, joints pain, knee pain, elbow pain, especially the lower back pain. Getting up in the morning was almost impossible. Breathing. I was pre-diabetic, blood pressure, cholesterol, and even I had, bits of, like they said, suspect of cancer and tumor. So I decided to take care of my health, and which is why I'm fasting. Because when you go on a prolonged fast, it eats up into the cancerous cell, and it cleaned my body completely. Because this is my, I think, 10th or 11th prolonged fast. I've done 3 days, 5 days, 11 days, 15 days. But like I said, please don't do this without medical supervision and experience. It has taken me like a couple of years, 2 or 3, 4 years, yeah, to gain this stamina. Because remember, I was a food addict. So health is paramount. Going for walks. Now I'm going to the gym. So doing light workouts, Um, and my advice to anyone who sits in front of a monitor, keyboard, and in a chair in an office, at least try walking. Walking is enough, but walking helps. Number 12 is I don't care about friends. I don't care about fun. I don't care about fame. I don't care. The only thing that matters is money and family. Me, my, and I, my family, and money. That's about it, because that's what matters. And yes, the other small virtues and important principles which are there. If anyone were to, invite me or offer me anything that is outside of these values, it's very hard. I've been offered good partnerships. I've been offered good money to take on a 6 month, 1 year project. Not being here, I have to travel to Bangkok and then India and travel to a couple of countries. I said no, even though the money was good. So it's just that I focused on me, my brand. I didn't want to work on anyone else's brand, because if I stop uploading videos and stop doing this work, it'll dry up. And remember, the clients that I get today is because of the content I put, 1 year or 2 years ago. So today's video will maybe convince a client after many, many months. So that's how it goes. It's like you sow the seeds, and after 3, 4 months, whatever, then you get the crops. So I need to work on my brand. That's about it. And be with my family and not go anywhere else. Number 14 is relatives, religion, and friends out of my life, society. That was one of the biggest decisions I had to take. And that's why I don't meet with any friends, college, school, um, to church, my past, my relatives. Now, I don't advise you to do that. Like, my wife is close to her family. Obviously, they're good people. My family was all rotten. So I don't meet any one of them. And friends and all that, yeah, it doesn't benefit you at all. All the effort, time, money, love, whatever you put, sacrifice in your friendships in college days, they'll all be void. Nothing will remain. It'll just be a memory. So stop wasting time. Or if you want to enjoy it, because later on it'll not matter at all. Your family, you, your job, your work, your priorities, your goals will only matter. Number 14 is very surprising to many people. Is before I was an extrovert seeking attention. I wanted people, me, look at me, look at me, look at me. Um, and even though I make YouTube videos, I'm a very private person. Once a video is off, very private, mind my own business, don't want to talk to anyone, don't want to engage, don't want to be an extrovert. I just don't like it, because I don't know. I just know that I'm not good at it. Even though I can, um, I can get the spotlight easily, from my appearance to being a professional speaker, a paid speaker who made his livelihood speaking. I used to be an MC, a DJ, so large crowds. But today, I really don't want. I've been invited to India to speak for colleges. They would take care of the expenses, travel, stay, whatever. Companies conduct trainings. I just don't want. I'll give my video. That's about it. Or one-to-one consultation. And yeah, so I prefer to keep to myself. And last, if not the least, is I don't believe in words. I don't believe in future promises. Like, if someone tells me, Loy, 5 years from today, we're going to get this, or, if you trust in me, after 2 years, I'm going to make you a superstar, or whatever. I even had an audition for MTV when I was in India. When I was, I think, 18, no, sorry, 20, at the age of 20. And they made me do a lot of work for free in exchange for, they'll, put my profile for MTV India. And like a fool, I agreed. In hindsight, I know they conned me today. So today, anyone tells you I'll make you famous or I will give you, nothing doing. Give me now. That's about it. Even people who want my service, Loy, after I get a job, I'll pay you. Loy, I'll give you installments. Nothing doing. Pay me 100% in advance, then we start the work. Others, I'm not interested. It's only here and now. That's it. No promises. And where I treat my family, my wife, she knows I never say I love you. I very rarely, I don't think I've even said. But I believe in showing through actions. From the savings that I put in a bank account to creating savings for her and the baby, taking care of them, being loyal, faithful, being a husband, um, it's all actions, nothing of words, nothing of theory. And yeah, like I said, I don't lose my temper, don't lose my cool, never have raised my hand. So I don't believe in all that. So yeah, I thought I'd share this with you. I don't know how you'll implement this, but it is some insight to give you as to how we men, we tend to change. And if anyone has changed for the positive, these points will definitely help you. And if you're planning to get into marriage, these are things you need to consider. So let me know your thoughts, good, bad, ugly. Love to hear from you. This is me signing off. You guys take care.